Call the meeting to order of the Westfield Redevelopment Commission at 6 o'clock. John, if you would take roll, please.
I will do that. Anas,
Here.
Joe Doyle,
Here.
Doug Holtz,
Here.
Joe Plankett,
Here.
and Doug, did Doug already?
Bob
Bob Bodrick is here. Sorry, Bob.
And Mike Steele, I don't know, I don't think Mike is gonna be, I think he had,
Is he on?
I don't know if he's on the line. You don't have Mike Steele on the line, do you, Chris? Yeah, I think he had to work tonight. He's a fireman, so he gets a
We have
crazy
one.
schedule. Okay, so we have a quorum. We can open up the meeting. First item on the agenda is the approval of the claims. Any questions regarding the claims? Okay, hearing none. If I can get a motion for approval of claims.
So moved.
Okay, motion by Doug Holtz, second.
I'll second.
Jill Doyle. All in favor of approval of the claims for this evening, please signify by saying aye. John, if you'll take roll, please.
Joe Plankett,
Yes?
Doug Holtz,
Yes.
Joe Doyle,
Yes.
Lynn Anas,
Yes.
Bob Bodrick.
Yes.
Okay, 5-0, motion passes. Next item on the agenda is a public hearing on the declaratory resolution amending the Lantern Commons Economic Development Area Designate Front Street Allocation Area. I assume we have Jim Crawford on the line. Jeremy is here.
Cam is actually going to represent us this evening, and then we have Jim Treat on the line.
Okay. Guys, it's all yours. You can explain what it is, and then we'll go into a public hearing.
Sure. This is a necessary step in the process to amend the Lantern Commons EDA and designate the allocation, the Front Street allocation area. If you'll recall back over a month ago, the commission adopted the declaratory resolution to do that. Since that time, it's gone through the planning commission and the council as required by statute. So before you this evening, there will be a public hearing to be hosted on that topic, which has been noticed in local media, and then a confirmatory resolution confirming the declaratory resolution. First step of that is the public hearing and to take comment remonstrance from the public.
Okay. John, well, let's call a meeting or call a public hearing is open at 6:02 p.m. John, you did have an email. If you can read the email for the
Yes,
commission members, please.
I have an email from Elaine Hinshaw.
Okay.
I was forwarded the notice for the RDC meeting reference Front Street tip resolution from a concerned resident in the neighborhood. West Side Drive residents live next to the proposed Front Street tip district and would like to know what and or how the tip funds would be used. That was all she had.
Okay.
What's the street she referenced? Is it Woodside?
Woodside.
Woodside, okay.
That's a group of homes just to the north of the development?
That is correct.
Okay.
That's the.
That's where Steve Hoover used to live. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay. And that's the only email we have, John?
That's the only one I have so far. I just talked to Kevin and he was on his way here, so, we may have to
Okay. Well,
leave
we'll
the
see.
hearing open a little.
Have you got anybody, Chris, that's?
Kevin, are you-
This is, yeah, this is
Yeah.
Kevin. I ended up being on the Teams call. I've received no additional emails regarding this topic.
So we just have the one then, right, Kevin?
Yeah, to my knowledge.
Okay.
And I'll add,
There was one that came in. I think it was more related to the plan commission, the zoning side of this. I mean, I'm happy to forward it if you think it'd be helpful, but
Okay. Well, do you remember the contents, Kevin?
yeah, let me pull it up here.
while Kevin's working on that, I had a lengthy conversation with Mrs. Hinshaw today, answering her questions. I explained to her that if there's a development agreement that would come forward, and then if it is approved, what those improvements are being proposed at right now, which is primarily infrastructure, specifically Westfield Boulevard, is where the majority of that development agreement is focused. She seemed at least very content with my answers and really just wanted to learn more about TIF. But I advised her to go ahead and send an email so we could read her questions into the
Right.
record.
Okay, yeah, we want to have it in the record for sure.
And Joe, this is Kevin again. The email that I received really has to do with tree preservation and tree removal and the city's current ordinances regarding tree preservation. It doesn't have anything to do with
With the process.
the item before the RDC.
Yeah, okay, very good. Well, obviously, we can see we don't have any other public attendees here, so we'll close the public hearing at 6:05. Open for discussion with commission members. Any comments or
So,
questions?
Jeremy, the funds will be used strictly for the infrastructure improvements similar to other TIFs or other areas that.
Correct. So this just establishes the EDA and the allocation area. If there will be a development agreement proposed that will come before the RDC as well. If that is approved, it'll specifically define how that increment is applied. If it is not, then the dollars will hold in this
Fund.
into this EDA until you all decide, you and the council decide what to do with them. To let you know specifically, what is being proposed is, or what is being requested from the developer is the financial reimbursement for Westfield Boulevard, which is kind of a model of the section we built north of 169th Street. So it's a boulevard section with nice plantings and things to accommodate the future connection and that.
So that'll go behind the Mazda dealership.
Yeah, eventually it will. This will get it close to the property line on the north, and then that will be the terminus of this agreement. They are also requesting both impact fee credits, which is kind of outside of this purview, but a part of that development agreement for some park amenities. They have some really nice park amenities that they want to make public. And so there's some dollars associated with that. And then also in a Series B bond, which the city would back with the additional split of the TIF. They're proposing an 80-20, 80% capture for them, 20 flowing back to the RDC. That could hopefully support 2 pedestrian bridges for the Natalie Wheeler Trail that would bridge the new Westfield Boulevard and bridge the 161st Street roundabout. So those things are all coming. You can approve some or all of it, but we'll have some more details for you.
Well, that'll be down the road, yeah.
Yes, we're hopeful to introduce the development agreement to council at the first May meeting.
Okay.
But it'll follow its normal multi-step course.
Sure.
So this just allows us to move forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
The next step.
That would be a separate set of approvals to be considered in that context. This literally just designates the parcels that are here as an allocation.
Is this like a residential or commercial development?
This is it's a multi-use development, so there is a multifamily component that has been approved in the zoning. I don't know the specifics of all the zoning, but I know that there is multifamily, which is what this developer builds, and they plan to break ground on it right away. Multifamily is a 2% taxpayer, commercial taxpayer that also flows into the TIF. And then they are approved for a senior living community, as well as a hotel and some retail and a few other things all in that PUD. Yeah, but no single family residential in this development.
And basically that development is from Woodside south to 161
Correct.
between Union and 31.
That's right.
Okay. You know offhand how many acres again?
I do.
I used to know, but I forgot.
I do not.
Okay.
If I told you, I would probably tell you wrong.
Okay, any other comments or questions from commission members?
None here.
Okay, if not, look for motions for approval of, we've got really the second item then would be the confirmatory resolution that we would have to approve. Obviously, everybody's gotten a copy of that. It's been posted on the city website. It's resolution number 03/2022. Fairly short one. Only a few whereas. Not too bad. Good job, Ken. Or maybe Crawford, whoever.
This me. Yeah, and you'll be familiar. This is similar to the confirmatory resolutions that were adopted toward the end of last year that
Right.
finalized some amendments to a couple other.
Okay. Do I have a
Joe,
motion?
Joe, I can add one thing that you just asked. I didn't want to interrupt, but it's 57 acres. I know that.
Okay, very good. Thank you,
That's-
Jim.
That, you bet.
I figured the accounting guy would know.
Is there an anticipated capture off of that?
That would be a Jim Tree question. Jim, do you remember the assessed value of the proposed development and what the capture would be for that overall, the 100%?
We're looking at, somewhere between the AV of the development between, I'd say 40 and 50 million, 40 to 55 million. If everything develops out, folks, there's a lot that needs to happen, but you asked for the gross numbers.
Mhm.
And that would generate, if everything was built after full development and assessment, somewhere in the neighborhood of $1 million to $1.2 million in tax increment revenue a year.
Per year. Annually.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you, Jim.
You're welcome.
And can I ask a question? When you're looking at this resolution and we're, let's see, we're using the word "the plan." What exactly are we talking about? Somebody asked me that who had read this, and I said, I'll get you a definition.
Yeah, that refers to.
Under the whereases and then under the numbers, it keeps saying plan. And they said, what exactly is plan?
Meaning the plan
The plan is the economic development plan that underpins the Lantern Commons economic development area. That
Okay.
is an interesting sort of hybrid term.
Mhm.
The designation of that area is part of a plan. And part of what we're doing through this process is amending that plan to include this as an allocation area. So sort of a mechanical term, but it does refer back to an economic development plan. Part of the Lantern Commons EA that was designated previously.
Okay, because they were asking that in the terms of like, the development plan hasn't been approved yet, or the SPP hasn't been approved yet. So they're like, what does this plan point to?
This is a much more general term.
Yes.
Anything specific to a development would be separately approved and have to go through zoning.
It's
So
normal
that does not
process.
refer to a particular.
Okay, good question.
Got my question answered.
Okay, if we have no further questions, do I have a motion for approval of resolution 03-2022?
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 03-2022.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. Motion by Jill Doyle, second by Doug Holtz. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. John, if you'll take roll, please.
Rob Bodrick,
Yes.
Linda Knopf,
Aye.
Joe Doyle,
Aye.
Doug Holtz,
Aye.
Joe Platt.
Aye. Motion passes 5-0. Thank you very much. Any additional business, John or Cam, that has to come before the RDC
I
this
do
evening?
not have needs.
We have pretty tight agendas, so. Okay, very good. I have the motion for adjournment.
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
Okay, Bob, motion for adjournment. Second by Linda. I think you
I'll
did.
second it.
Okay. All in
I don't
favor,
think I
please
said
signify
that.
by
Okay,
saying aye.
before you guys
Aye.
race out of here.
Motion adjourned is passed.